Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I just
Yeah, okay.
our recording in computer only. Later I will try to I can.
Yeah, yeah. No issues. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
So we will start with verse number 3 today. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Shaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Dado Jemudire. Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Shloke Bhaktar Bhavati Nashtagim. Mugam Karodi Vachalam Bangum Lange Degirim. Yet Trivadamaham Vande Paramanandamadavam. Sri Gurum Deenadarinam Sri Chaitanyamishwaram. Omajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chashurun Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Katamahyam Dadanti Sapadantikam. Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Udavadakamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavamsha Sri Rupam Sagrajadam Sagana Raghunathanidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadutam Parijanasakitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sakana Lalita Sri Vishakhanidamsha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagalpati Gopesha Gopika Kanda Radha Kanda Namastude Taptakanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhan Sudhe Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhya Chakruva Sindhubhya Vajapatitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhudale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swamin Nidhi Namane Namaste Saraswati Deva Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Vachakyade Shadarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. I'm thankful to Jai Hare Krishna. Once more welcome all devotees. Hare Krishna. Okay, Sadananda Guruji, Sarvada Mataji, welcome. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Guruji, Pranam. Pranam Guruji, Sura Guruji,
Thank you, Guruji, for joining. Please, Hare Krishna. So, net also is clear. Okay, Hare Krishna. So we'll go to verse number 3. Okay, verse number 3 and 4 together. Okay, Guruji. Let's start.
Yes.
Okay. 3 and 4 verses together. 3 verses together. Dhatu Kuhu Sini Vali Yaga Chanumadistadha Sayam Darshamadha Papradaha Purnamasamanukramad Agnin Durishyanadhatta Kriyayam Samanandaraha Charshani Varunasyaasid Yasyam Jado Pridhu Punaha Dhadu Kuhu Sinivali Yaga Chanumadistada Sayam Darshamadha Prada Purnamasamanukramad Agnin Purishanadatta Kriyayam Samanandaraha Charshani Varunasyasi Yasyam Jado Phrigu Punaha. Translation by His Divine Grace Abhijarnanavinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Dada, the seventh son of Aditi, had 4 wives named Kuhu, Sinivali, Ragha, and Anumati. These wives begot 4 sons named Sayam, Darsha, Pradha, and Purnamasa, respectively. The wife of Vidada, the 8th son of Aditi, was named Kriya. In her, Vidada begot the 5 fire gods named as Purishas. The wife of Varuna, the ninth son of Aditi, was named Charshani. Bhrigu, the son of Brahma, took birth again in her womb. Krishna. Translation once more. The seventh son of Aditi, had 4 wives named Kuhu, Sinibali, Jaka, and Anumati. These wives begot 4 sons named Sayam, Darshan, Prada, and Puranamasa, respectively. The wife of Vidhata, the 8th son of Aditi, was named Kriya. In her, Vidhata begot the 5 fire gods named the Purishas. The wife of Varuna, the 9th son of Aditi, was named Charshani. Bhrigu, the son of Brahma, took birth again in her womb. Prabhuji, as there is no we'll go to we'll go to 2 or 3
we'll go up to the verse number 6, Prabhu. 5 and 6.
Okay. 4, 5, and 6. Okay, Hare Krishna. I will read once more. 5, verse number 5. Valmigicha Mahayogi Valmigada Bhavatila Agastyascha Vasishtascha Mitra Varuna Yurushi Valmigicha Mahayogi Valmigada Bhavatila Agastyascha Vasishtascha Mitra Varuna Yurishi. Translation. By the semen of Varuna, the great mystic Valmiki took birth from an until. Yes. Okay, until. Okay, thank you. Bhrigu and Valmiki were specific sons of Varuna, whereas Agastya and Vasishta rishis were the common sons of Varuna and Mitra, the 10th son of Aditi. And Srimad, by the semen of Varuna, the great mystic Valmiki took birth from an Antila. Bhrigu and Valmiki were specific sons of Varuna, whereas Agastya and Vasishta Rishi were the common sons of Varuna and Mitra, the 10th son of Aditi. Hare Krishna. 6 also, 6 very small.
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody want to continue? Okay, then you can read it. No issues. Anybody? Verse number 6. Reda Sishijatu Kumbhe Urvasya Sannidhau Brudruvam Revatyam Mitra Ulsarga Varishtam Pippalam Vyadhat Reda Sishijatu Kumbhe Urvasya Sannidhau Drudam Revatyam Mitra Ulsarga Varishtam Pippalam Vyadhat. Translation purported by His Divine Grace Abhayacharna Ravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Upon seeing Urvashi, the celestial social girl, both Mitra and Varuna discharged semen, which they preserved in the earthen pot. The 2 sons, Agastya and Vasishta, later appeared from that pot, and they are therefore the common sons of Mitra and Varuna. Mitra begot 3 sons in the womb of his wife, whose name was Revati. Their names were Utsarga, Arishta, and Pippala. Translation once more. Upon seeing Urvashi, the celestial social girl, Both Mitra and Varuna discharged semen, which they preserved in an earthen pot. The two sons Agastya and Vasishta later appeared from that pot, and they are therefore the common sons of Mitra and Varuna. Mitra begot three sons in the womb of his wife, whose name was Devati. Their names were Utsarga, Arishta, and Popat. Modern science is trying to generate living entities in test tubes by processing semen, but even long ago it was possible for semen kept in a pot to develop into a child. That is Prabhupada's purport. So there or one more small purport.
Next, I think there is no translate.
Oh, again no.
7 and 8 also, Prabhu. 8. Okay, we can finish 7 and 8 today.
Yeah.
Before this, 7.
So 7 and 8, right?
Yeah, 7 there is purport?
No.
Okay, then 7 also we can.
Yeah, 7 and 8 we will read.
Yeah.
Okay. Mataji, anybody want to read? Vimala Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Okay, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji.
6.18.7 Paulomyam Indra Adhatta Trin Putran Itinah Shrutam Jayantam Rishabham Tata Tritiyam Meedusham Prabhu Paulomyam Indra Adhatta Trin Putran Itinah Shrutam Jayantam Rishabham Tata Tritiyam Meedusham Prabhu. Translation. O King Parikshit, Indra, the king of the heavenly planets and 11th son of Aditi, begot three sons named Jayanta, Rishabha, and Meedhusha in the womb of his wife Paulomi. Thus we have heard. Once more, O King Parikshit, Indra, the king of the heavenly planets and 11th son of Aditi, begot three sons named Jayanta, Rishabha, and Meedhusha in the womb of his wife Paulomi. Thus we have heard. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Srimad, we can go up to 9 because up to 9 is actually the descendants of Kashyapa and Aditi. So we can finish that whole section up to 9.
Okay, Mataji. Okay, Mataji, and proceed with the 8.
Okay, 6. Srimad Bhagavatam 6.8.8 Urukramasya devasya mayavamanarupiణः kirtau patnyam brihat shlokas tasyasan saubhagadayah Urukramasya devasya mayavamanarupiणः kirtau patnyam brihat shlokas tasyasan saubhagadayah. Translation. By his own potency, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who has multifarious potencies, appeared in the form of as Urukrama, the 12th son of Aditi. In the womb of his wife, whose name was Kirti, he begot one son named Brihat Shloka, who had many sons headed by Saubhaga. Translation once more. By his own potency, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who has multifarious potencies, appeared in the form of a dove as Urukrama, the 12th son of Aditi. In the womb of his wife, whose name was Kirti, he begot one son named Brihat Shloka, who had many sons headed by Saubhaga. Purport. As the Lord says in Bhagavad Gita 4.6, Ajopi san avyayatma bhutanam ishvaropi san prakritim swam adhishtaya sambhavami atma mayaya. Although I am unborn and my transcendental body never deteriorates, and although I am the Lord of all sentient beings, I still appear in every millennium in my original transcendental form. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead incarnates, he does not need any help from the external energy, for he appears as he by his own potency. The spiritual potency is also called Maya. It is said, Ato Mayamayam Vishnum Pravadanti Manishinaha. The body accepted by the Supreme Personality of Godhead is called Mayamaya. This does not mean that he is formed of the external energy. This Maya refers to his internal potency. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. So 9. Prabhuji, 9 also, right?
Yes, from 9 also.
Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji, please.
तत्कर्म गुण वीर्याणि कश्यपस्य महात्मनः वक्ष्यामहे दैत्यं दित्यं यथैवावतारः तत्कर्म गुण वीर्याणि काश्यपस्य महात्मनः वक्ष्यामहे दित्यां यथैवावतारः. Translation. Later, in the 8th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, I shall describe how Urukrama, Lord Vamanadeva, appeared as the son of the great sage Kashyapa and how he covered the 3 worlds with the 3 steps. I shall describe the uncommon activities he performed, his qualities, his power, and how he took birth from the womb of Aditi. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Once more, Prabhu. Need.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Once more. Translation. Later, in the 8th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, I shall describe how Urukrama, Lord Vamanadeva, appeared as the son of the great sage Kashyapa and how he covered the 3 worlds with the 3 steps. I shall describe the uncommon activities he performed, his qualities, his power, and how he took birth from the womb of Aditi. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So we go back to the start.
Yes. So actually, we are beginning a new chapter, almost now verse number 3. From verse number 3 onwards, where Diti vows to kill Indra. So very interesting chapter. And this chapter, if you see, this is continuation of Sukadeva Goswami's description from 60th chapter from Canto 6, where is describing the remaining descendants of daughter of Daksha. So already if you see in the 6th chapter, he is already describing the descendants of daughters of Daksha. Continuing with that, he is actually describing the remaining descendants. That's how this chapter is actually linked with the 6th chapter from the same canto. Now here Diti, you can see how Kashyapa Muni had 2 wives. One is Aditi and Diti. So from Aditi, all these devatas were born. And from Diti, all these asuras were like Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, they were all born. So basically, if you see, all these verses are talking about the descendants of daughter of Daksha, that mainly with Aditi and Diti. Now first 9 verses, what we read today, is describing about the lineage of Kashyapa Muni and Aditi. So that is the main thing. There is, Prabhu, I will stop the screen and I will share this screen from Bhagavatam. Yes, so you can see whatever we read now, first 9 verses, we can see Kashyapa Muni and Aditi. These are the lineage, or we can say these are the descendants, whatever we read now. Now from verse number 10 to 19 will be the descendants of Kashyapa Muni and Diti. That means all these Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, and all those things, like what is their lineage. So now first we are going to see the Devatas. So Krishna also says, Adityas, Adityanamam, so Vishnu, like that. So here we can see what are the different, their descendants we can see here. So Aditi, you can see 1 to 19, totally is for the descendants of daughter of Daksha. Okay. And in specifically, 1 to 9 is Kashyapa and Aditi, and 10 to 19 is Kashyapa and Diti. Okay, so 2 daughters. And both are having same father, Kashyapa. Okay. Father, no, same husband. Aditi gave birth to 12 Adityas. And these descendants of the first 4 of them were mentioned in 6.6.38 to 44. Now the descendants of remaining 8 are below. Now we can see here, first 9 verses. Kashyapa and plus Aditi. However, I will share this one after the class in the group also, Nityam Bhagavatam area. So later you can, if you want to have more detail, you can refer that. So 12 Adityas, who are the 12 Adityas? You can see here. Vivaswan, Aryama, Kusa, Tvasta, Savita, Vaga, Data, Vidata, Varuna, Mitra, Shatru, and Urukrama. So 12 is coming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So Urukrama is very interesting. We are celebrating Vamana Jayanti tomorrow. And coincidentally, we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam
Yes.
the glories of Vamana Devas. This is Lord's arrangement. Inconceivable. Exactly on the right time. No, we are describing about the appearance of Urukrama. That is very special, we can say. So first we can see here Kashyapa and Aditi. First is Savita and Prishni together, or they have 3 daughters, Savitri, Vyahari, and Trahi. These are what we read in the past 2 days. And then from there, you can see 3 daughters and 9 sons. And the 9 sons' name are there: Agnihotra, Pashu, Soma. Soma means moon god, Chaturmasya, and 5 Mahayajnas. And then we can see second is Bhaga and Siddhi. They had 3 sons, Mahima, Vibhu, and Prabhu, and 1 beautiful daughter called Asi. Then we have again, the lineage continues, Data, he had, see here, we see only 1 wife. Here we can see he had 4 wives. Bhaga had 1, Savita, Prishni, they are 1 wife. But here Data had 4 wives. Kuhu, Sinivali, Raka, and Anumad. These names are very unique. Those yugas names are very typical names. We don't use these names now. And they had 4 sons, Sayam, Darsha, Prata, and Purnamasa respectively. And again, Vidata plus Kriya. Both together they had 5 fire gods. And Purishya. 5 fire gods named as Purishyas. Then Varuna. Varuna, we celebrate Varuna, god of ocean. Okay. Plus Charshini. They had Bhrigu Muni, is very famous, right? Bhrigu Muni, who actually tested who is the greatest god, Lord Brahma or Lord Shiva or Lord Vishnu. So Bhrigu Muni, son of Brahma, he took birth again in a room. So Bhrigu Muni. So because this is the birth they take again and again. It's not one time. And Valmiki also from Varuna and Charshini took birth from an anthill. Anthill, from Valmiki. The Ramayana we read, it was composed by sage Valmiki. So he taken birth from Varuna and Charshini. And then both Varuna and Mitra in Urvasi present discharge semen in a pot. Today we read this one. So they have a common father, Agastya and Vashishta. Agastya also very famous in South India, Agastya Muni. So he is a propounder for the Tamil language. So if you see the history, Sanskrit is considered as the oldest language. Next to Sanskrit is Tamil language in the entire universe. That specific glory is for Tamil language. So there are a lot of, same like Srimad Bhagavatam, there is also, in Tamil, there is Nalayara Divya Prabandham. That is, means so many verses are there, thousands and thousands of verses actually, glorifying Lord Krishna. There's Nalayara Divya Prabandham. It is composed by all these alvars. Alvars are actually they have taken birth in this material world. They are actually the ornaments of Lord Vishnu. Like his earring become an alvar, his neck 12 become an alvar. Like that, there are 12 alvars. These 12 alvars, after that they have composed this Nalayara Divya Prabandham. It is same like Srimad Bhagavatam. That is actually singing the glories of devotees and Lord Vishnu. So that is actually, and this Agastya Muni actually is very famous that he is a propounder of Tamil language. And Vashishta Muni also we know. So this all many people, personalities we already know. Like Valmiki we know, Agastya Muni we know, Vashishta Muni we know, like that. And Mitra and Revati, they had 3 sons, Sarga, Arishta, and Pipala Muni, Piplayana, like this Pipala. And then Indra and Paulami. And they had 3 sons. Indra also we know. Indra is the king of heaven. And his wife Paulami. Then they had 3 sons. Jayanta, Rishabha, and Vidusha. Now we have read today this one. Urukrama. How? But Urukrama, He did not appear like other people, like Gurukrama, because the Lord, same how Krishna appeared in here, this material world, like Lord Rama appeared. They appeared with that, there in which verse, Prabhu? That is in the fifth, right?
Vamana.
By his own potency, Prabhupada gives Ajopisan Avyatma Bhutanam Ishura Pisan Prakritam Swamadhishtaya Sambhavami Atma Maya. The Lord does not appear like our, like we are coming from the material womb from our mother. The Lord does not appear like that. That is where a difference between Mayavadi and devotees, Bhaktas. The Mayavadi, they conclude that the Lord's form is Maya. But the devotees' conclusion, as per the scripture, is the Lord's form is not Maya. They say everything is Maya. We say everything is Krishna. No? We have this famous sloka, no? Like in Bhagavatam, Krishna says, everything is Krishna. What is that verse, Prabhu? Like, Manushanam Sasesha Kasti Dati Tatama Visitano Kastan. And there is one more verse. After Bahunam Janmanam Ante Jnanaman Mam Vasudevam Sarvabhiti. So the devotees say everything is Krishna. And the Mayavadi say everything here is Maya. Here we say everything is Krishna, means we see everything as Krishna's energy. They say everything is Maya here. That is Mayavadi. That's why they are called as Mayavadi. Mayavadi means they say everything is Maya. And when Krishna comes, they say that Krishna also, that body is Maya. So Prabhupada also says like the Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, that we celebrate Teachers' Day. He has written, Vyakyarana for Bhagavad Gita. So he was a Mayavadi. Why? Because Prabhupada says, if you read Dr. S. Radhakrishnan's Bhagavad Gita's purport, the Sarvadharman Parityaja Mamekam Sharanam Raja, he writes that, Prabhupada writes that you should surrender to Krishna. Because Krishna very says, Sarvadharman Parityaja Mamekam. Very clearly says to surrender to me. So he says it is not required to surrender to Krishna. It is only that the Brahman within Krishna you have to surrender. So that means that Krishna form itself is Maya, but that Brahman is the truth for them. So you surrender to the Brahman, not to Krishna. Like that he has written for the purport for that sloka. This is called Mayavad. Mayavad means they don't accept Krishna. They say everything is Brahman. And Krishna means the Brahman has taken a Maya form called Krishna. That's why here it is said that Ajopisan Avyatma Bhutanam Ishwarapisan Patriyan Swamadhishtaya Swambhavami Atma Maya. So, Prabhupada, that verse is there translating, although I am unborn, Krishna is saying, my transcendental body never deteriorates. And although I am the Lord of all sentient beings, I still appear in every million with my original transcendental form. That means that form is spiritual. So, when Supreme Personality of Godhead incarnates, he does not need any help from external energy. We take birth through the external energy only, through the material world. But for the Lord, external energy is not required. Because Krishna, when he appeared in Chaturbhuja, 4 arms. For he appears by his own potency. That's why Sambhavami Atma Maya means his own internal potency. It is called as Ato Mayamayam Vishnu Pravadanti Manishana. The body itself by the Supreme Personality of Godhead is called Maya Maya. This does not mean he is formed of external energy. This Maya refers to the internal potency. So, Lord has to, we know that Antaranga Shakti, internal potency, Bahiranga Shakti, external potency. Bahiranga Shakti is material energy. Antaranga Shakti is internal spiritual energy. So with that spiritual energy only, Krishna he comes down in his original spiritual body. And that is one thing we have to understand. Written appear through the Lord's spiritual potency, Kirti. And then from that, these descendants are Brith Sloka and many sons headed by Saubhaga. So this is the lineage of Kashyapa Muni and Aditi. Then we can see next will be like 10 to 19 will be Kashyapa and Diti. That we can see later in the coming this one. And one more verse also here. Verse number 6 also Prabhupada writes purport upon seeing Urvasi, the celestial society girl. Ramba, Urvasi, Menaga, they are actually in the heavenly planets. They are considered to be more beautiful than the personal, like the people who are here. So upon seeing Urvasi itself, the celestial god, the both Mitra and Varuna discharged semen, which they preserved in an earthen pot. The 2 sons of Agastya and Vashishta later appeared from that pot. So Agastya Muni and Vashishta also appeared from that pot. And then therefore the common sons of So Mitra and Varuna, they are the common sons because it is stored in the same pot. Mitra begot 3 sons in the womb of his wife, whose name was Revati. Their names were Utsarga, Rista, and Pipala. The Prabhupada writes in the purport, modern science is trying to generate living entities in the test tubes by processing semen. So now we know that current somebody, if they are getting married and they don't get, any children, then what they do, they go for this test tube baby. Test tube baby means if the mother is not able to bear a child, or the embryo is not, it's not very healthy, then they take the male's, the father's semen and the mother's ovum, and then they put in the test tube, and then they try to, we say, the test tube baby, and then they try to develop the child. So that's what modern science is doing. But this is not something new, Prabhupada writes. This is actually existing even long, long ago. It was possible for semen to be kept in a pot to develop into a child. So this is how we are seeing. We know one more instance also, right, Prabhu? Where the semen was kept, the embryo was actually cut and kept into the different pots, where all these 99 sons of Dhritarashtra, right, Prabhu? Because we all know that past time, right? Like, who was the wife of Dhritarashtra?
Gandhari and
Gandhar,
Vedavyasa is
yeah.
giving instructions.
Yeah, she was very upset with whatever the Pandavas and other things, and she hit her own stomach, and then it became a miscarriage, and then it was stored in the who stored that in the earthen pots?
Vedavyasa instructed her to store in.
Yeah, and then all these 99 Kauravas, they all taken birth from that. So it was already there. All this technology was there. And earlier days, they used mantras for many things, like in the warfare and many other things, by mantras, you can create life, you can destroy life. We know one king also,
Even Skanda also, na Prabhuji? Skanda.
Yes, Skanda also, like correct. So,
Prabhuji, this Sagara, King Sagara's 60,000 sons also born in by keeping this way, like a piece of flesh was kept in 60,000. This one, earthen pot.
Yes, that is also said. So that is not something new. That's what Prabhupada is saying. And we can see that these things were already existing, but we are, there's like a different, this one, Now recently one movie also has come, Kalki. I don't know if you have seen that movie. That is also describing about how Lord will appear as Kalki Avatar, It's like a big movie. But their thing is they are glorifying Krishna and everything, but only their concept is in 6,000 years the Kali Yuga will end. Like this is what the Brahma Kumaris also believe. The Brahma Kumaris, they believe like 5,000 to 6,000 years is a span for Kali Yuga. But scriptures say it is like 4,32,000 years. So that movie is also describing how the Kali Yuga will end. They describe like how the water, the Ganga will dry up, and people all will be fully using technology on everything. Now we have even come up to the level of smartwatch. Everything comes in the watch now. And future maybe people still it will develop artificial intelligence, and so much technology will develop. People will become almost like machines, we can say, like machines. They may implant a chip and all in the body, and they are already trying that. Even if you want to pay your money, that chip will be inserted in your hand or something. Just you show your hand, the amount will be debited from your account, like that and all. They are trying to bring. So technology will come, and there are so many dangers of this technology. So much dangers. Even big people, like who are with this Elon Musk or this Bill Gates or these people, they are self giving warning. This technology is going to create havoc because so much things can be cheated, duplicated. Now the number of spams, it's this increased cheating through online. People are calling, should give your OTP, give your credit card number, because everything became online now. You have to keep careful about your password. Somebody's hacking your account, freezing your account. Companies also, they are sometimes hacking the company. And recently, in America, there was a refinery or pipeline which is running, long kilometers. Somebody hacked the software of that valve. and they close the wall. Close the wall, which is in very remote location. They close the wall by hacking the software. And they ask the company, you pay us this much $1 million, then only we'll allow you to open the wall. Then only, the oil can flow. So much
Right.
people are started cheating now, hacking, cyber security. It become very famous. So even though we see the technology has made our life easy, but it is also going to create a lot of havoc in future. As future, people have to be very, very careful. Otherwise, they can be put into problems. And so many things, if you see, the news and all, if you see, you can see how much people are struggling because of this advanced technology. But earlier life was very simple. People were not chanting mantras. You have good food, good shelter, chanting mantras. You develop spiritually. You have a healthy life also. And then people try to go back to spiritual world. The Chatur Varnam, the Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, like that. It was very systematically arranged. The Brahmana guides the society by studying the scriptures. He will be the advisor to the king to do what is right and what is wrong and how to take care of the citizens. He advises. And the king will reciprocate with him by supporting his life and his family. Whereas the Kshatriya, as a king, he protects all the citizens from enemies of other countries. And Vaishyas, they do the agricultural, trading, and cow protection. By that, people get milk and enough for them for their food and business. Exchange of goods. There was no currency that time. They will only exchange goods for rice. They exchange. And even if you see in the Middle East, these people from here, they used to come to India. They used to give these pearls or something, and they get grains because there is no grains here. That was actually at least 60, 70 years before. That was the way of trading. And then the Shudra, they were helping all the other three Varnas to fulfill their responsibility. But everybody is actually equally given the opportunity if they will follow spiritual practices. All the people, Krishna never said Shudra cannot come to me. Krishna says, everybody, if you do your job responsibly and practice spiritual life, you all can come to me. So that was a system. But Kali Yuga is age of Yantra Vidya. Yantra Vidya. So people will be like more focused on developing these technologies. Their mind will be more focused on these things. And gradually we will develop and we'll get entangled into this. And people will lose interest in spiritual life. Because as technology will develop, people will think this is the ultimate reality. By technology, I can achieve everything. But by technology, we should understand we are not growing food. Technology will never grow food. Technology only, it is like a missionary. Prabhupada said you have so much tires in America, but when you are hungry, you cannot eat bowls or nuts. You need rice, you need dal, you need, milk. All those things only will nourish you. But whatever we do by technology, so much industries, and it is not going to help us to appease our hunger. And recently, there is one movement also called the Sattvic movement. It is getting very famous, popular if you type in YouTube. So they are saying like whatever the processed foods, we should avoid the whatever this, this chemical coming, the sugar, white sugar, and polished rice, this processed salt also, white salt. Because these all things, anything coming through the industry, that is having an impact on our body health. So we should avoid all this, and also maida, flour, white flour, because this is not natural. So all this, whatever these technologies are doing, it may look very comfortable for us, but it is all harmful for our health physically. Also, modern lifestyle is harmful for our mental, also mentally lifestyle, stress, so much stress due to our modern lifestyle. Everybody has cutthroat competition in the job, in the family, in the society. So physically, our health is getting spoiled because of all these processed foods, junk food. Mentally, we are getting stressed, depression, because of so much problems we have to encounter day to day. And spiritually, we become very weak because we are not taking up spiritual life. But of course, we are at least a little bit fortunate that we have got the shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam by mercy of Srila Prabhupada. And we know that these are all false. But there are many people who think that this is life. This technology is the reality. At least we know that this technology will not help us when we die. Only Krishna will help. So at least we are a little bit, taking up the spiritual life. But there are people, majority, they think this is life, this is world. We can be happy in this world if you just earn money and we have good technology. They think like that. And also the surrounding environment is also getting polluted. So everywhere it is becoming hotter. Even they say hill stations are now very hot, not like before. Even hill stations. What about other places? So that is how environment also getting affected. So many things. So this is our only scope or hope, we can say, that we have to take up these spiritual practices very sincerely. Chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, follow the 4 regulatory principles, and take whatever service we can do with our capacity to Krishna, and develop our devotion to his lotus feet. So that will give us protection from all these dangers which we are experiencing in this material world. And then eventually we can go back to him. So that is what we are seeing the lineage of Kashyapa and Aditi. And this chart I will share the WhatsApp group also. Later you can go through that one.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. So already shared actually. Okay. So anything else devotees want to discuss? Please. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Any Prabhuji, any Mataji, anything?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, here about Vasishta is mentioning. This is the second birth, no? Prabhuji, Vasishta's. As
No.
Nimi Maharaj case, he case.
Maybe Mataji, I'm not very sure. We have to see when Vashishta is referred. Maybe here he already written one place is written is for Bhrigu it is written he took birth again in a room. So Bhrigu we know second time, but Vashishta I'm not sure. Like maybe we need to check or whatever you are saying. Maybe that is.
Yeah, because Nimi Maharaj actually was inviting, requesting Vasishta Muni for a sacrifice, but he refused.
Okay.
He went to Indra because already Indra invited for him, and also Indra is the king, like a leader of all the Devadas. So thinking that he will give more dakshina. So like that I heard in a class there.
Okay.
So he went there, and by that time Nimi Maharaj kept other Rishi. His name I forgot actually.
Okay.
And Vasishta came and he got angry and he cursed Nimi Maharaj, and he lost his body, Nimi, without like Nimisha. He is actually staying in while we are closing our eyes, no, bro.
Within Nimisha.
Nimisha. So
Okay,
there,
now.
and he was telling that he can gain his body back, but he was telling that material life is like full of ocean of misery. So I don't want any body. I just want to go back. And Vasishtha, but in return, he also curses Nimaraj also curses because he was a powerful king. So he also cursing Vasishtha, and he also losing his life. Then he is while seeing Mitra and Varuna, seeing this Urvashi. This like that the second otherwise he is considered as a Saptarshi, no, Prabhu?
Yeah, correct.
Vasishta is coming in there.
Yes. Now I have a question, Mata. Nimi Maharaj past time is coming where the 9th canto, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
9th canto. So can we not take like after this Nimi Maharaj same how we can say second birth? Like the time Nimi Maharaj was Vashishta Muni, because one thing we should understand from Srimad Bhagavatam that Bhagavatam is not arranged in chronological order. Not chronological,
Yes,
not coming in sequence.
Yes.
Not coming in the correct period, Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara, Kali Yuga. It is not coming in the same chronological order. It is said, Prabhupada says like that. But all these are historical facts, but not in the chronological order.
Yes,
so
Prabhu.
I am also not sure. Maybe this is.
So Vasishta is actually there in Kurukshetra War and also in Ramayana. So that's why I
Yeah, and we can understand like this, Mother. These personalities appear again and again. That we can understand.
Yes, because he is
many
actually the.
Yeah.
Yes. Like during Brahma's creation, he is actually Saptarshis are sons of Brahma, no, bro?
Yes.
Almost.
Yes.
So then
they will appear again and again. That's what we can conclude. All these rishis and these saintly people, they appear again and again.
Okay, bro.
Yeah, like even we understand, no, even our spiritual master, they say, no, until we get liberated, they take birth here, the material world, right?
Yeah, they are very merciful.
So whatever
they
say, saintly people means, so what about other personality? They can appear again and again. But this one, which birth first, second, that I'm not sure. Maybe you have to check which birth. Because,
okay.
earlier also he appeared for the son of Brahma, right? Vasishtha Muni?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. So that, yeah. So only we can conclude that it is not in chronological order and they appear again and again. These two things we can say, but other things maybe we need to do more research.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you so
Thank you, Mother. Thank you for sharing that
Thank
Nimi Maharaj one pastime also. Thank you.
much.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Harish.
So how 9th canto you read before itself, Mataji? Before this?
No, during some classes, no, Projis are connecting with this all. That's why I like this one. Because that's why he is coming from a Kumbha. His name also connected with something Kumbha. It's also
Okay.
called as Kumbha Putta, something like that.
Okay. Okay, Mataji.
Okay.
Anybody else want to share
Thank you.
any insights
Yes.
or points, comments?
Anybody? Shri
Okay.
Mataji? Anybody? Sadananda Prabhu?
Nothing, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Nandapala.
Thank
Hare.
you.
And that. Shri Kumar Prabhu, then I think we can wind up the session.
Yeah, it's only 2 minutes, no? So, yeah, we can conclude, Prabhuji.
Yes, and one more thing also, Prabhu. I just want to say